Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our warm sanctuary on this cold night. Tonight we are going to be doing a Torah service, as we do about once a month on Friday nights here at Ner Shalom. Should be a nice service. So we're going to start with warming up our souls for prayer with Yedid Nefesh on 128. Yedid nefesh av harachaman nishoch avdecha el ritzonecha yarutz avdecha kemo ayal yishtachaveh el mul hadracha. Yai rai rai rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai rai rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai, yai rai 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 rai. And now I'd like to call up our Oneg families, the Gail and Binny, and if you'd like to invite up your whole foursome to come light our Shabbat candles. Our candle lighting blessings are on page 120.
Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner Shabbat.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Amen. And now we welcome in the Sabbath bride. On pages 138 and 139, we will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and as we reach verse 9, I invite you, if you're able, to rise and face the door and imagine the Sabbath coming in to join us in our sanctuary. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכוונך, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. And now we have opened up our souls to praise. We've lit our Sabbath candles and welcomed in the Sabbath bride. And we're ready to segue into our evening service and to move a little toward the back of the book for tonight's service, page 263 for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayetecho beit Yisrael, bagala, uv'izman kariv, ve'imeru amen. Yehesh merabba mevarach, me'alamul al me'almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal, shemei dekudasha b'richu, leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imeru amen. Please prepare yourselves for the call to worship, the Baruch Hu, on page 264. Yai da da da, yai da 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 da, yai da da da, yai da 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 da da, yai da 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 da da, yai da da da. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai We continue together in the English on page 265. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. On page 266, we read responsively. In each age, we read and transmit Torah. At each moment, we are addressed by the world. In each age, we account for our at each moment, we stand face. In each age, we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wisdom, with wonder. In each age, the children of Torah become builders, and fixers of the world firm on the foundation of truth. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. On page 267 is the Shema, followed by the Ve'ahavta. I invite you to prepare yourselves for these words of Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvlechtecha b'derech, uvshachbecha, uvkumecha, uvshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha, v'man tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, V'hitem kedoshim Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'hiyot lachem Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Please be seated. Page 269, we read responsively again. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all. With that oneness salutes our rest, as imperfection and evil abound. Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul. When will redemption come? Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High. We learned God's presence is seen each time and again. So we celebrate this power to make it free. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilo dosefele. Nora tehilo tosefele, malechutecha ra'u vanecha pokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze Eli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed mi chamocha bailim Adonai Mi kamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilo tosefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. On page 271, we have Hashkivenu. Juliet is the only person present here now who was at our sing-along last week, so she's going to help me lead it now. But if you were at the service last week, hopefully our new tune will sound familiar still. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu, shomrenu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha, v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha, v'hoshi'enu lema'an shemecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu, shomrenu l'chaim, ushmor tzeitenu, uvo'enu l'chaim, u'l'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam, ve'ad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha, sukat shelomecha. Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Page 272. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. So Hashkivenu is all about praying that when we go to sleep at night, we'll wake up with our souls still completely intact. It's a little bit of a lullaby for ourselves. V'shamru is about celebrating Shabbat. So there's kind of a tonal shift there. That's the sort of the spectrum of Shabbat, that it could be a time for just total rest and relaxation, or a time for rejuvenation of your soul and celebration. And with all of that, together encasing our Shabbat. We come now to the central portion of our evening prayer. The Amidah begins on page 273 and continues on the next few pages. Please prepare yourselves for these sets of blessings. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol, Atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Micha mocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melech, Melech meimit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. We continue together in the English on page 277. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah.
The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done. Ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do.
Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant as our heritage your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 279. Be gracious, Adonai our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Let our eyes behold your presence in the midst of our people in Zion. Blessed is Adonai, whose presence renews Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'tzion. Page 281. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks.
For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise.
For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful.
For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow,
For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. Page 282. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon, B'chol hashalom. V'tov b'necha livarech et amcha Yisrael, b'chol eit uv'chol sha'a, b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam, tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom. We take a moment now for silent prayer. You might use the words on pages 183 to 185 or the meditations of your own heart. Yehiyu liratzon imrefi, vehegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri. Vegoali. And now we turn to our Torah service, and I would like to invite up the Bruces in honor of their simcha recently, a new baby granddaughter, right? Yes, granddaughter in the family. Say again? Aviva Miriam. Please prepare yourselves for the ark to be opened. Page 362 also. Did I say that? Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malechutecha malechut kol olamim, umemshatecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim hetiv avirtzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, kivecha levad batachnu, melech el ram benisa, adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion Tetzei Torah Udevar Adonai miYerushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadlu Adonai iti Uneromema Shemo Yachtav. Lecha Adonai Hagedula V'Hagevura V'Hatiferet V'Hanetzach V'Hahod Kicho Bashamayim Uvaretz Kicho Bashamayim Uvaretz Lecha Adonai Hamamlacha V'Hamitnaseh Lechol Lerosh Romemu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar Kodsho Lehar Kodsho Romemu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar Kodsho Lehar Kodsho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. You may be seated. The blessings for the Torah reading are on page 368. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar banu Nechol Ha'amin V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. These are the rules that you shall set before them. When you acquire a Hebrew slave, he shall serve 6 years. In the 7th year, he shall go free without payment. If he came single, he shall leave single. If he had a wife, his wife shall leave with him. If his master gave him a wife and she has borne him children, the wife and the children shall belong to the master, and he shall leave alone. But if the slave declares, I love my master and my wife and my children, and I do not wish to go free, his master shall take him before God. He shall be brought to the doorpost, or to the door or to the doorpost, and his master shall pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall remain his slave forever. Ve'ele hamishpatim asher tasim lifnehem ki tikne eved ivri sheshanim ya'avot uvashvi'it yetze l'chavshi chinam im begapo yavo begapo yetze im ba'al ishehu ve'yetze ishto imo im aronav iten lo ishe ve'yelda lo vanim o vanot האישה בלעדיה תהיה לאדוניה והוא יצא בגפו ואם אמור יאמר העבד אהבתי את אדוני את אשתי ואת בניי לא אצא חופשי והגישו אדוניו אל האלוהים והגישו אל הדלת או אל המזוזה, ורצה אדוניו את אוזנו במרצע, ועבדו לעולם.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך עולם, אשר נתן לנו את תורתו, בחיי עולם נטע בזרקנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen. While our Torah is out, we will say the Mishaberach on page 371. We have on our Mishaberach list Ricky Grant, Mary Kennedy, Edith and Norman King, Skip, Kathy and Jeffrey Brace, Denise Logan, Ruth Brenner, John Kaur, Rosalind Cantu, Peter Winkler, Karen Thompson, Dean Ashley, Sharon Buell, Jean Walker, Louis Perlman, Eileen Milner, Mike Haug, Bill Brooks, Brianna Campbell, Josiah Pendleton, Denise Smith, Lori Perry, Scott Platts, Dave Avery, Bob Sparkman, Gail Garifo, Cheryl Maniho, Seal Honig, Wendy Labanow, Benjamin Hartman, Scott King, Donna Thatcher, Chegg King, Debbie and Paul Nicely, McKenna Heiss, Bob Katz, Nick Joliot, Rebecca Barnes, Steve and Marion Renard, Bernard and Bernice Strassner, Eddie Milgram, and John Jenkins. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do so. The Mishaberach is on page 371. Mishaberach avotenu mekor habracha ve'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mikor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We also pray for the health and safety of all those in our community who are active military duty, first responders, and peacekeepers, those around the world whose jobs are dangerous so that our lives might not be. Oni Hinnanen, Joshua Ehrlichman, Martin Brown, Richard Rubino, Howard Mergler, Kyle Smet, Andrew Booth, Joseph Cald, Daniel and Bridget Stambowski, many members of the Nemero family, Pete Abelson, Jeremy Sharkey, Benjamin Hurd, Alexander Furman, Daniel Gilman, Curtis Miller, Rob Apgar, Ben Farrell, Caleb Menzies, Francis Petrarca, and Noah Kaplan, and of course all those in the armed services and on ships at sea that tune in and watch us from our YouTube channel, whose names we don't know, but they are a part of our digital community. May the one who blessed our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our mothers Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless those who are serving in our armed services. May God guard them and keep them from harm. If they find themselves in dangerous path, may God bring them back whole of mind and body to all those who love them. May it be your will, Adonai Tsevaot, to lead them to safety and to protect them from each and every enemy and ambush. May God make their journey successful and guard their going out and coming in with mercy and love, and let them be blessed to return home with life and peace, now and forever. And let us say, Shabbat Shalom. I do want to warn for the children present, this week's sermon is a little adult, so I'll let the parents decide at what point you need to cover their ears or whatever, but just a heads up. So in this Torah portion, Parshat Mishpatim, it opens, as I read, with some outdated, seemingly obscure laws regarding the care of slaves. These laws were actually hugely important and progressive in their time, and really continued to be ahead of their time for millennia if you compare how the Torah describes slavery as a part-time thing versus the realities of American chattel slavery from the 17th through 19th centuries. So it is through these laws, in the beginning of the portion, that the Haftarah connects as the prophet Jeremiah passes on the judgment of God, that because the elite of Jerusalem and the kingdom of Judah recaptured their slaves after the obligatory freedom granted to them at 6 years, these transgressors shall be delivered into the captivity of the Babylonians. So Parshat and Haftarah Mishpatim, you see, is entirely concerned with how Jewish people treat one another, particularly concerning the sanctity of life and how society must hold accountable those who cause harm. It is in this context that we hear one of the most famous quotes of the Torah, though the quote is probably most famous in its turnaround phrase commonly attributed. Almost entirely agreed that the Torah isn't literally talking about plucking out eyes or exacting brutal physical punishment. It's talking about creating proper laws and ordinances that people should live by, including the proper payments and punishments for breaking them. So this leads to a question. What counts as a fatality that should be repaid in kind? What is a life that is considered a life or deserves a life for a life? Essentially, when does life begin and when does death count? So the verse immediately preceding this states that if men are quarreling and one happens to hit a pregnant woman, causing her to miscarry, he shall surely be punished. The woman's husband may make demands of the man who struck her, and a judge can be brought in to enforce some kind of monetary restitution. However, it goes on, if there is a fatality, you shall give a life for a life, clearly distinguishing the termination of a pregnancy with the death of a living person. The fetus in our Torah is not considered a life. the harm to the woman, the couple, the potential family they are deprived of by the termination of the pregnancy is clearly considered a tragedy, and the one responsible must pay restitution, that he is not liable for murder or even manslaughter. Based on this Torah verse, the rabbis of the Talmud asked themselves similar questions about the concept of life and death. When does life begin? When is a death a death? And they determined that within the first 40 days of conception, a zygote is simply water. They had a pretty sophisticated understanding of the development of a fetus, considering their general access to medical science in the 5th century, so they could further distinguish a difference between the rest of the first trimester, the other 50-ish days, and then the rest of gestation. And these distinctions were not meant to allow or embolden termination of pregnancy in those first few months. As is clear in the case with the man who pushes a pregnant woman and causes her to miscarry, he still has to be punished. So intentional termination of the pregnancy is also forbidden. However, unlike in the Christian-informed arguments we often hear in the secular world, this injunction is not on the basis that the fetus is a life. Rather, the rabbis come to this conclusion based on the prohibition against self-harm. They say the fetus is considered like the thigh of the mother. And since our bodies are considered to be the property of God, in the image of God, we are discouraged from causing them harm unless it will save our lives. Going further, Tractate Ohalot in Seder Toharot of the Mishnah establishes that even up to the moment of childbirth, a pregnancy might be terminated for the sake of the life of the mother. If the childbirth is proving very difficult and there is concern that the mother will live through it, the Mishnah says, this is grotesque, just to warn you, the Mishnah says, the embryo within her should be dismembered limb by limb, because her life takes precedence. However, once the head emerges, or more than half the body in the case of a breech, the birth must be allowed to continue even at peril of the mother, because now that child is also a life. Although saving one life is a priority mitzvah, it gets dicey when there's potentially 2 lives involved. So the Gemara, the second half of the Talmud, comes in and comments on this Mishnah, that sometimes we are compelled to end one life for another, as in the case of one who pursues murder. Tradition tells us that we should kill a potential murderer in order to save him from the grave sin of murdering, as well as to save the life of his intended victim. So the Talmud asks itself if this is the case with the baby killing its mother in the process of being born. Emotionally, that's a big jump. But the logic follows. If one life force is killing another, are we not obligated to stop that killing? But Sanhedrin 72b concludes that because the baby cannot be intending to kill, instead they consider that the mother is pursued by heaven, and they just let nature or heaven take its course. So it's a complicated answer to a series of complicated questions. The mitzvah of pikuach nefesh, saving a life, is of utmost importance in Judaism. We are permitted to break almost any other rule if it will mean protecting a life. In the question of abortion, the discussion becomes then, what counts as saving a life, and whose life? In the traditional sense, it has meant that, a pregnancy that has put a woman's life in imminent mortal danger, in such a case, the Talmud makes very clear abortion is not only allowed, but required. Jewish law is unequivocating in saying that a woman should never be forced to carry to term or give birth if her body is not physically able to do so. It also permits, but does not require, terminating a pregnancy in such a case where it is a greater risk than normal, but is not putting the mother's life in clear and present danger. Arachin 7a even includes in this category the possibility of a pregnancy that causes such psychological anguish that the mother becomes at risk for other self-destructive behaviors. And the Talmud specifies in this case a pregnancy with a deformed child, although in modern circumstances we might think more to a case involving a pregnancy from a non-consensual act, rather than assuming a child born with a physical abnormality is psychologically harmful to parents. This last exception by the ancient rabbis opens the door then for many possible claims of mental anguish that would allow for a halachic abortion in more progressive modern responsa. It seems to me that the rabbis throughout history generally found the practice unpleasant and wanted to dissuade women or couples as much as possible, but also found ways to allow it when it was clear that some women would feel they would truly need it. Later rabbis, such as Ben Zion Uziel in early 20th century pre-state Palestine, also permitted termination of a pregnancy in the case where a fetus might be deaf, which again, to our modern sensibilities, might not be a great reason. Or in cases when rubella occurs early in pregnancy, that's Uziel Weinberg, early 20th century Europe. And in cases of Tay-Sachs disease or other serious abnormalities that might cause infant death anyway, from Sitz Eliezer Waldenberg in the later 20th century Jerusalem. So a few years ago, the New York Times published a story about a woman who was pregnant with twins and decided to abort one of them. The twins were a result of egg donation and in vitro fertilization, in which it's common practice to fertilize many eggs at once because of the likelihood that they won't all effectively conceive. And so in the case where many eggs do, or many zygotes do take, reducing the pregnancy is more considered halachically acceptable and is done by Jewish doctors because such a high number of fetuses is potentially dangerous to each other and to the mother. However, in this case with the twins, they did not pose any danger to each other or to the mother. And in the article, it's viewed as just another choice in a series of choices in her family planning, which is good journalism to not pass judgment. And I'm not here to pass judgment, but I bring this case up just to help distinguish where Jewish law falls on this issue. Even Reform Judaism, the most liberal stance in halakha, would discourage that choice, especially since the woman was already 14 weeks pregnant. As I said earlier, the law is most lenient in the first 40 days after conception or in cases where there is an abnormality for the baby or mother. Being a twin is unusual, but doesn't really count as a dangerous medical abnormality. There are no easy answers in any of this. If there were, there wouldn't need to be over 1,000 years worth of rabbis re-examining this topic and issuing new responses, fresh perspectives, considering new details. Every case is different and should be looked at by its own merits. In the part of the Parsha that does discuss the treatment of slaves, the repercussion for a slave who refuses their freedom after 6 years of servitude is to have an awl driven through their ear into the doorpost of their house, of their master's house. The ear is mutilated because in choosing to become a lifelong slave, they give up their autonomy, their ability to hear God and hear reason and hear different points of view for themselves. It is of utmost importance that each Jewish person tries to learn and understand our scripture and our law for themselves, to understand our traditional stances on things, and come to an informed opinion that they may be able to articulate their own ideas from a Jewish perspective. Influence from our teachers, our parents, our leaders, and others we respect is normal, but ultimately it is up to each person to maintain their right to discern God's law for themselves and govern themselves accordingly, especially when it comes to the particularly sensitive and controversial topics where it can be emotional and difficult to maintain healthy and nuanced conversations. We have a responsibility as Jews to understand the complexities and the legitimacy of a range of perspectives, and to do our best to uphold the sanctity of life, of all life, in these discussions. May we always consider every living soul as sacred and treat each person with the proper care they deserve, as our tradition has taught us. And now we're going to put our Torah back in the ark and move toward our concluding prayers. If you would please prepare yourselves for the ark to be opened again. Hallelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav Shemo levado, hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol hasida, B'nei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etz chayim hi, v'machazikim ba, v'tzomcheha me'usha, deracheha tarchei noam, v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva, Hadesh yameinu kekedem. While the ark is open, please turn to the Aleinu on page 586. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kagoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim lifnei malach malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. Ushemo echad. Please be seated. We turn our thoughts now to those who are with us in spirit, but no longer with us in body. This week marks a yahrzeit for Jack Mandel, Marilyn Simon, Stephen Leon, Lester Max, Julius Goldfarb, Maurice Travers, Alfred Salinger, and Sarah Weissman. And we are within a year of mourning for Peter Wang, Carmen Chentrup, Alex Schachter, Helena Ramsey, Meadow Pollock, Elena Petty, Joaquin Oliver, Gina Montalto, Kara Loughran, Luke Hoyer, Chris Hickston, Jamie Gutenberg, Aaron Feiss, Nicholas Dworet, Martin Duke Anguiano, Scott Beagle, Alyssa Al-Hadef, Diane King, Rodney Smith, Amanda Chazen, Tom Metzler, Norman Rosen, Renee Adler Kaplan, Lee McCoy, Jeannie Grissom, Betsy Klarman, Ivy Bells, Daniel Stein, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil and David Rosenthal, Bernice and Sylvan Simon, Melvin Wax, Irving Younger, Alexandra Haley, and Pat Burton. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do so. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Mourners and those who wish to join them may rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yeruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'almei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vit hadar, vit ale, vit halal, shemei dekudasha b'richu. Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Alenu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. You may be seated. Oseh shalom bimrama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Some announcements. This Sunday we have religious school at 9:30, and then adult ed at, what do we say, 2? Adult ed is at 2 this week instead of 1. And we will be finishing discussing, well, we're going to be finishing reading the book of Ezra, but then next week we're going to go on to Nehemiah, and they are really companion books. So we're not really done discussing Ezra, but we're done with his book. We're going to finish up his book this Sunday. Next Friday is a normal Shabbat. Tot Shabbat is February 15th. It's 2 weeks. Sisterhood has an event on the 24th. Yeah. Would you like to tell everybody about that?
On February 24th, Sisterhood is sponsoring an event where we are going to eat the pot on Liberia Avenue. So we will be painting our own pieces, and they will fire, and we will have beautiful ceramics. working out by the 10th, so I can let them know to have enough in stock. And also, because you don't do anything on an empty stomach, you'll be going to Bar Louie beforehand at 1 o'clock. If you want to join us for that, you're welcome to do that.
So adult ed will be canceled that week so that, because everyone who attends adult ed will be at Bar Louie at 1 o'clock. So, and on the 21st, we're having a fundraiser at Brew Republics again. It's at a brewery in Woodbridge. Details forthcoming. Check your e-kibitz. So at this fundraiser, it'll be fun, it'll be relaxed. You'll have a chance to buy some food and some beer there. It is a brewery, so you'll also have the opportunity to buy some beers to go and bring them with you here for our Purim Katan program on the 23rd. That's a Saturday night. Our education fellow from the Institute of Southern Jewish Living will be here. They will teach us a little bit about what is Purim Katan, why do we drink on Purim, and so like if you bring your own drink, that's appropriate that night as well. I think that's our upcoming stuff for this month. Am I missing anything? Is anything? Oh, do our B'nai Mitzvah students have their announcements here? Okay, come on up. Yes. Oh, I think the 22nd is our next family Shabbat. I'm fairly certain the 22nd is our next family Shabbat, but I will check my calendar and email you all this week. Okay.
Hello, my name is Griffin. My name is Gunnar. We are 12, almost 13. Our B'nai Mitzvah is coming up on March 16th. And for our mitzvah project, we will be donating, we will be collecting donations to the Prince William County Animal Shelter. Some of those donations can be cleaning supplies, soft treats for cats and dogs, towels, copy paper, frontline like flea and tick, peanut butter, cheese whiz. Also, any donations are great. We also accept monetary donations. So starting on Sunday, we will have a box out in the lobby where you can drop off donations to help support our mitzvah project. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Our closing song will be Shalom Aleichem, page 627. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Elohim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us for Oneg and Kiddush.